Well, that's a great question, Tatiana. There are essentially 4 ways that people buy homes or get homes. The most common way is people finance. 70% of all purchases are usually involve some lender. You put some money forward and the lender puts the rest of the money forward. The second most common way is people pay cash. About 30% of purchases take place with cash. Every once in a while, somebody might exchange. So let's say I own a property by the beach, you own a house, I'm willing to trade you my beach place for your house, and there might be some exchange of money inside of there, but it's essentially part of the transaction involves me giving you a property and you giving me one. So that's considered an exchange. And then, there's always, people get added to title. So, let's say you marry somebody or if somebody passes away, there's different ways that properties transfer between individuals that don't involve an exchange of money.
Got it. What are the different loan options?
Oh my goodness. There's really 4 main loan options. There are conventional financing. That's where you walk into a bank or you talk to a mortgage broker or a direct lender, and they'll do usually some kind of fixed rate mortgage for 15 or 30 years, or they'll do an adjustable rate mortgage, let's say for 10 years, 15 years, 5 years. Then you have your FHA, which is basically, it's a loan that is insured by the Federal Housing Administration. Then you have your VA, which is a loan that is guaranteed by the Veteran Affairs. And then the last one that a lot of people don't really know about is private money or hard money loans. These typically have really high rates, and therefore a lot of times, most of the time, an investor kind of purchases.
What's the standard down payment?
So the standard down payment for a home varies. Okay, so for a conventional home, standard down payment is 20%. However, I do know that in 2019, the average down payment was actually 15%. So before COVID shocked the economy, you were actually able to do 5% down, 10% down, or 15% down, anything under 20% down, and not pay mortgage insurance, or PMI. That said, now that that's changed, for the time being, it's basically 20% down. That's the standard on a conventional. The lowest down payment you can do on an FHA is 3.5% down. You do pay PMI, which is private mortgage insurance, for the entire life of the loan. Whereas if you can get conventional with a lower down payment, it's only until you have 20% equity. A VA loan, which is only for military service members, both active and retired. A VA loan, you can actually do 0% down, and in LA County, up to $765,000. So you can do 0% down, and there's no mortgage insurance on that. Private money, they look at it a little bit different. A lot of times it's for investors. So private money, you'll see the down payment is usually structured to the after renovated or after constructed value. So they're actually looking at you putting down 25% of the overall project.
So if you pay PMI, could you refinance and possibly get out of it, or are you stuck with it forever?
So the cool thing about conventional loans is that with PMI, which is this mortgage insurance that protects the lender in case, the property value goes down, they would still get their money for the loan. In a conventional, when you have basically 20% equity in the property, which means that you paid into the principal over the term of the loan to now where you own 20% full, because it came in at 5% down, once you get to that 20% mark, your PMI actually comes out automatically. Definitely stay on top of your lender to make sure they're doing that though. You don't want them charging fees that you don't have to pay. For the FHA though, about 3.5 years ago, they took that away. You pay mortgage insurance for the life of the loan. So for that one, what you're gonna wanna look at is, when you get to 20% down, you're gonna wanna make sure that you're weighing the interest rate for the additional expense. You know, if you're doing 3.5% down, you know, your mortgage insurance can be $400. But if you're doing, let's say, 15% down, and you only have that 5% gap, your mortgage insurance can only be $50. So when you get to that 20% down threshold, where where you've gained 20% equity, it's at that point that you really want to look at the interest rates and what your monthly payment turns out to be. Because if interest rates go up from when you purchased, it might not make sense for you to refinance. But yes, you can.
So what happened if I put more work into the house and it's worth more now than I bought?
Oh yeah, definitely refinance.
Okay.
Weighed against, what the interest rates are. Once again, it's about your monthly. When you put more work into a home, I had a client who did this last year. She bought a home. I think she put in $60,000 and it got appraised at $180,000 higher. She had done 5% down and completely took out her mortgage insurance. So definitely something worth looking at. You're always going to want to look at what your monthly is and your affordability.
Great. Well, thank you for making that simple for me. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Oh, definitely. Financing the home shopping process is really important to do up front. There's two reasons. One, when you're out shopping at homes, you really want to know what you can afford. Sometimes you might be shopping the wrong neighborhood. Let's say the homes in the neighborhood you want are $700,000, but really you can only afford $600,000. Then you have to ask yourself, do you want that other neighborhood, or do you just want to hold off and continue saving? But other times, actually, you might be able to afford more than you thought you could. And in those situations, you might be selling yourself short. You might be able to afford your dream neighborhood.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for that, Kevin. If you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We're always here for you.
Yes, we are.